Okay, together we will do that now. Together we will do the entire shloka 3 times. Okay. Yagya Sishtasana Santo Muchyanti Sarva Kilbishe Punjate Te Ukam Papa Epachanti Atma Karana. Okay, one more time. Yagya Sishtasana Santo Muchyanti Sarva Kilbishe Punjate Tva Agam Papa Epachanti Atma Karana. Okay, one more time we will recite, and then whoever has memorized this shloka can repeat. Okay, one more time we will do together. Yagya Sishta Sinasanto Muchyante Sarva Kilbishe Punjate Te Twagam Papam Epachanti Atma Karanat. Okay, now anyone would like to recite?
Prabhuji, can I? Sir, can I?
Yes, please raise your hand. Please raise your hand. Arnav Jha?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Arnav Jha can repeat. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yajna Sisthana Santo Muchyante Sarva Kilbisa Bhujante Tav Agham Papa Ye Pachante Atma Karanat.
Very nice, Arnav. So it is Yagya Sishta Sinasanto Mucyanti Sarva Kilvishe Bhunjate Te Twagam Papa Ye Pachanti Atma Karanat. Anyone else? I have Dev. Dev.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yagya Sant Sista San Sinah Yagna Sista Sinah Santo
Mucyanti.
Muchyante Sarva Kilbisai Bhujante Tavate
Agam Papa.
Agam Papa Ye Paschatya Atma Karanat.
Okay, very nice, Dev. Okay, now Atmika or Mahathi. Mahathi's hand is up. Mahathi can say.
Hare Krishna, sir.
Hare Krishna.
Yajna santo muchyate sarva kilbishai bhujante tva agam papa te pachanti atma karanat.
Yes, very nice. Ye pachanti atma karanat. Very nice. Okay, you all are reciting very nicely. Okay, so we'll go forward. We will see the meaning of all the words and what is the meaning of this. Okay, so yagya means sacrifice. So yajna sishta means a food taken after performance of yajna. Sina means eater. And santo, like we say sant, is devotees. Muchante sarva means get relief all kinds of. What? Kilbishe means from sins. Bunjate te to agam papa means bunjate means enjoy. Te means they. To means but. Agam means grievous sins. Papa means sinners. Ye means who. Pachanti prepare food. Atma karana for sense enjoyment. So we'll see the translation. So anyone would like to read?
Sir, can I read some Mahati?
Sir, can I
Mahati, please.
Prabhuji, can I read? Gagandeep. Prabhuji, can I?
Okay, 1 second. Mahati can read.
Yes, sir. The devotees of the Lord are released from all kinds of sins because they eat food which is offered first for sacrifice. Other who prepare for personal sense enjoyment, purify, eat only sin.
Okay. So that means the devotees of the Lord, what they do, whatever they are eating, first they offer it to Lord. And then they take it. So they are freed from any kind of a sin. Whereas other person who is preparing food for personal sense enjoyment, they eat only sin. Okay. So translation we have done. So we can understand that what is the meaning of prasadam. Prasadam means anything that we are eating. First, we offer it to Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Lord. Okay. So when we offer it to Lord, and when it comes back after the Lord has accepted it, it becomes prasadam. So food offered first to Krishna is prasadam. So if you want to eat something, before eating, you can offer it to Lord. You can say, Lord, please accept this as my offering. And once Lord has accepted, because you have very nicely prayed to Lord to accept it as offering, and once it comes back as prasadam. Okay. So just imagine if somebody is taking little prasadam and he's benefited a lot. So if you are eating all the time prasadam, how much benefited you will be? Huh? So just like I will share my own experience. So when I also came like you only, I used to eat sometimes outside. So sometimes outside, the person who is giving me food, sometimes he's angry. So because of that, I also become angry. And because I am eating outside, my mind is always agitated. I don't feel like eating my food that is prepared at home, which is cooked by my mother with love and devotion. That food I feel, no, 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 I want to eat outside only. And because of that, I could see that there was anger issues in me. I was very angry if I don't get it. But as I started offering food to Lord and taking prasadam only, I realized that I am not much agitated. My mind is not very much agitated when I go out. If I see somebody is eating something, I don't feel like, oh, I feel okay. If I want to eat, I will take it and I will offer it to Lord first and then I will have it. So in that way, I was able to control my mind, my anger also. So if you also, control, and if you also offer food to Lord, simply you will realize that those anger issues or any other things which you find difficult, those things will purify later on. Okay. So D, you must have heard ABCD, A association. Have you heard ABCD?
Yes, sir. A
Yes.
association, B,
Yes, sir. C
Okay.
chanting.
association,
B
B bravery, C
diet.
C chanting, D diet, E engaged.
Okay, very nice. So D means diet. right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So B means D means diet. So diet means Krishna Prasad, Krishna Prasadam. So what happens when we take Krishna Prasadam? So whatever food we eat, it has three parts. So what will happen first?
Sir, the Lord becomes happy.
Sorry.
Sir, the Lord will
When
become
it
happy.
goes to blood.
Yes. So we'll see what are the three parts. Just 1 second. Okay, so we see that there are three parts. First, when we eat food, so that food gets converted into blood, and from the heart, it gets transferred and distributed throughout the body. So it nourishes our body with the supply of blood. Second part is whatever the remaining is there, all those unutilized part which is not healthy, it gets eliminated in the form of stool and urine. And third part is it goes to our brain and producing a consciousness depending on the type of food. So if I'm eating a very sattvic food, my consciousness, my brain will become sattvic. If I'm eating very spicy food, very rajasic food, then I will also become, my brain, my consciousness will also become like that only. Okay, so the type of food that we are having will affect our consciousness also, our brain. So prasadam we also say as spiritual food. So it will purify our consciousness. How it will purify our consciousness? So what will happen when we eat prasadam na, we will be able to accept good things in our life. Just like if you tell a person, okay, you should study because you are student. If you will study, then you will get good marks. But the person is not understanding. That means his consciousness is not purified. So if the student's consciousness is purified, and if his teacher tells, okay, you have to study because your exams are approaching, and if that student studying, that means his consciousness is purified. So if we take prasadam, what happens? Our consciousness gets purified and we absorb, we accept good things in our life. So do we want good things in our life or bad things in our life? You can unmute and tell me.
Good things.
Good
Good
things, sir.
things.
Good things.
Yes, we all want good things, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, and second thing is that it is Lord's grace upon us. So Krishna gives his mercy. If we take prasadam, Krishna accepted it and he lovingly gave it back in the form of his mercy. So when we take that mercy, we control our mind and our senses, and we advance in our bhakti. So while doing that, we benefit a lot. So when we have prasadam, so you see, if one practices eating prasadam, even if there is, okay, I would like someone to read this who has not read earlier. Okay, those who have read earlier, I am lowering their hand. Harshita has raised hand, so I would ask Harshita to read the first part.
Yes, sir. If one practices eating prasada, even if there is some little sinful activity involved, one becomes free from the results of sinful activities.
Very nice. So whatever sinful activities, even if it is there little bit or here and there, that also gets purified. Okay, Hashvika can read the second part.
Yes, Prabhuji. You are what you eat. Our bodily constitution and mental atmosphere are determined according to how and what we eat. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you. So you are what you eat. Have you heard this before? So whatever we eat, that makes us who we are. Okay. So if we eat very sattvic food, if it is offered to Lord, then if we also change accordingly. So our bodily constitution and mental atmosphere are determined according to how and what we eat. So D for tide. Okay. So I would like Chakresh to read this.
Yes, Prabhu. Need finer brain tissues. Preparing nice, simple vegetable dishes, offering them before the picture of deity of Lord Krishna, and bowing down and praying for him to accept such a humble offering, enable one to advance steadily in life, to purify the body, and to create fine brain tissues, which will lead to clear thinking.
See how important it is. So when we eat prasadam, now what happens? We have finer tissues in our brain. They get strengthened, nourished. So if we have finer brain tissues gets nourished, what happens? We get clarity. We get clear thinking. We'll be able to take right decisions in our life. Will not be confused. Some people are very confused. They don't know whether they should do it or not do it. So you want clarity or not in our life?
So we need clarity.
I need
Sir,
clarity.
we need clarity.
Yes. So if we need clarity, so how the clarity comes when we have finer tissues nourished, and that happens when we take prasadam. Just like you know about Gigo principle. What is Gigo principle?
Yes, sir. Give in, give out.
Garbage.
Garbage in, garbage out.
Okay. So Gigo principle is good in, good out, garbage in, garbage out. So if we feed our mind, if we feed our body good things, okay, so good things will come out. But if we feed ourselves bad things, if we feed ourselves garbage kind of a thing, then only those things will come out. So you can think if some person is using bad words, that means inside is bad things. That is why it's coming outside. And if somebody is speaking good things, that means that students inside is very good. Right? So if we take prasadam, our brain tissues gets nourished. Okay, you see next. Okay, now Partha Prasad can read.
Yes, sir. You will be surprised to know that Krishna is realized through tongue, not through ears, not through eyes, not through ears. Tongue, of course. After tongue, the other senses are following. Tongue is the chief, so you have to control the tongue. How to control? Chant Hare Krishna and taste Krishna Prasadam.
Yes. So of all the senses that we have now, the difficult senses are tongue. So if we can control tongue, then we can control our other senses and mind. So how we can control our tongue? Okay, this is important. I want answers from you. You can unmute and tell me. 1 second. Yes, you can unmute yourself and tell me how we can control our tongue.
By chanting
Sir, by
Hare
chanting
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
By chanting Hare Krishna.
One second.
Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Chanting.
1 second. I will ask once again because one by one we can do that. Anyone who raises hands first, I will ask him. Chakresh and Arnavja, I will ask them to. Okay, Chakresh, how we can control our tongue?
By chanting Hare Krishna and eating Krishna Prasadam.
Very nice. Arnavja, do you agree with Chakresh?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, so if we chant Hare Krishna and we take Krishna Prasadam, we taste Krishna Prasadam, then we can control our tongue. Okay, and if we can control our tongue, we can understand Krishna. We can understand Krishna by our tongue also. So if it is controlled. All right. So you see, sometimes we like to go outside to restaurants, to hotel, because we want to experience different dishes, isn't it? Right? So that food there may look very tasty, okay, very attractive also, and it may be beneficial to our health also, body also, but it has some effect on our mind and thought. So it has a effect. It has a it's not very good for mind and thoughts. Okay, suppose a cook is cooking. So the cook is cooking, and his boss came, and that boss scolded him. Oh, you don't come on time. You are not cooking very nicely. I will cut your salary, like that. He says, he scolds that chef or cook. So what happens now? Cook is cooking, and cook is thinking, how dare he scold me? I see, I will see him, I will beat him, I will say bad words to him. All those things he's thinking. He has so much of anger in his head, and he's cooking also. So whatever he's cooking, his consciousness gets transferred into food. On the other hand, we see our mother is cooking at home with love. Huh? She'll be thinking, she'll be glorifying Lord, she'll be chanting, right? All those things. When she's cooking with love, that food, that prasadam, when and then she offers it to Lord, then prasadam comes. That food, that prasadam will be beneficial to body, as well as it will be nourishing to our mind and our thoughts. It will purify our consciousness so that we can accept good things in our life. So if we stick to honoring Krishna prasadam, then that will make our all-round well-being, both externally as well as internal, right? So if we take Krishna prasadam, then there will be all-round development of us. So is it good or not to take prasadam? Okay, all right, so we'll go. So whenever we are having, just like if somebody gives us something, what happens? Suppose somebody has given us some gift. So as a token of recognition, we say thank you, right? Similarly, everything, you take water, you take sunlight, you take food, you take grains, vegetables, juice, all those things you take, it is supplied by Krishna only. So we can offer, when we offer food, we are expressing our gratitude towards Lord Krishna by saying, thank you, you have supplied me this prasadam. Okay. All right. So if we don't say thank you, if we are not grateful, then what we are? We become great fool. Right? Because Krishna has provided us so many things, and if we are not grateful, we become great fool. So that is why we should acknowledge the gifts of Krishna in our life. Okay, now we will learn the science of rains. Okay, this is the second verse that we are going to study. Okay, I would ask others to mute and only one group to unmute. We start with Yudhishthira group. Annad bhavanti bhutani.
Annat
Annad bhavanti bhutani. One more time. Annad bhavanti bhutani.
Bhutani.
Okay, next group. Parjanyad anna sambhava. Okay, one more time. Parjanyad anna sambhava. Parjanyad anna sambhava. Okay, next. Yagyad bhavti parjanyo. Yagyad bhavti parjanyo. Yagyad bhavti parjanyo. Okay, now all together. Yagya karma samudbhava. Yagya karma samudbhava. Yagya karma samudbhava. Okay, now we all will do together. Annad bhavanti bhutani. Parjanyat sambhava. Yagyad bhavti parjanyo. Yagya karma samudbhava. One more time. Annad bhavanti bhutani. Parjanyad anna sambhava. Yagyad bhavati parjanyo. Yagya karma samudbhava. Okay, last time. Annad bhavanti bhutani. Parjanyad anna sambhava. Yagyad bhavati parjanyo. Yagya karma samudbhava. Okay, so anyone would like to recite this verse?
Can I?
Okay, who said that?
Prabhuji, my name is Sharna.
One second.
Prabhuji, my name is Sharvil, I told.
Sir, I told.
1 second.
Prabhuji,
I told.
Okay, Sharvil Punde can do that.
yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, annat bhavanti bhutani parjanyadanna sambhavah yagnat bhavati parjanyo yagna karma samudbhavah.
Okay, Sharvil, you can switch on your video also. Very nice. You have very nicely recited. Very nice. Any other? Arnav Jha? Yes, you can unmute.
Annat bhavanti bhutani prajanya danna sambhava yajnat bhavati prajayo yanna karma sambhava.
Okay, very nice. Very nice. Okay, anyone else? Mahati? Okay.
अन्नाद् भवति भूतानि पर्जन्यत् अन्न संभवा यज्ञा भवति पर्जन्यो यज्ञ कर्म समुद्भवा.
Okay, last Hashvika can say.
Yes, Prabhuji. Annat bhavanti bhutani parjanyat anna sambhava yajnat bhavati parjanyo yajna karma samudbhava.
Very nice. Okay, we'll see the word meaning and translation. Okay, see, I will tell you one small trick to memorize this shloka also. See, anna means you all know, right? What is anna means grains. What is the meaning of parjanyo? Parjanyo means rain, and yagya means sacrifice. So you see first three words of three lines: annad, parjanyad, and yagyad. So at last we have ad, right? So in Sanskrit, if this is coming as vibhakti, it is said from. So from grains means annad, parjanyad means from rains, yagyad means from the performance of sacrifice. Okay, So it becomes easy. So annat means from grains, bhavanti means grow, bhutani means material bodies. Parjanyad means from rains. Anna sambhava means of food grains production. Yagyad means from the performance of sacrifice. Bhavati Parjanya means become possible, and Parjanya means rain. And Yagya Karma Samudbhava means performance of Yagya. Karma means prescribed duties, and Samudbhava means born of. So anyone would like to read who has not read? Anyone who has not read? No, those who have read, Jayant, please read the translation.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare
All
Krishna.
living bodies subsist on food grains, which are produced from rains. Rains are produced by performance of yajna, sacrifice, and yajna is born of prescribed duties.
Very nice. So all living bodies, if you see, all living bodies are are dependent on food grains, right? How the food grain comes? From rains. And how the rains come? By performance of yagya, right? By performance of sacrifices. And how the sacrifices are there? Yagya is prescribed duties. It is born of prescribed duties. So if we just do our prescribed duties, what will happen? Lord will provide everything. There will be abundance of all the necessities of life. Okay, so we'll see, you must have studied this water cycle, the rain cycle, how the water is collected, uh, evaporates from ocean, it gets collected in clouds and get transferred, and because of condensation it downpours, and then again it is collected, right? So we see that this is how the rain comes. But actually behind everything there are three causes. One is immediate cause, second is intermediate cause, and third is ultimate cause. I will give you one example to explain this. Okay. So suppose I get malaria. Okay. Now, please tell me, what is the immediate cause of that?
Roji, one person will get fever.
No, what is the immediate cause of that? Because of what it gets affected?
Mosquito. Roji,
Mosquito.
The moisture.
Right. Yes. So mosquito is the immediate cause. Okay. But how the mosquito come? How they are born? From which place?
Roji, dirty water.
From dirty water.
From dirty water, stagnant water?
Sir, from stagnant and dirty water.
Yes, very nice. So that is the intermediate cause. And what is the ultimate cause?
Sir, malaria.
No, that is the disease. Disease has causes. First cause is this: we have mosquito, right? And mosquito has come because there was dirty and stagnant water, right? These are the immediate and intermediate cause. And the ultimate cause is when, because this disease has come because Lord Krishna has sanctioned it. Why he has sanctioned? Because in past we have done something sinful or some mistake we have done. Because of that, we are given this punishment. But this punishment is a very small token. We must have done a big mistake. He has kindly given us very small mistakes so that we can rectify ourselves. So Krishna is the ultimate cause. Okay, so rains are coming. It is because of Krishna. So if somebody follows prescribed duties properly, then Krishna will supply, because he is the ultimate cause. Krishna will supply everything. Will supply all the basic needs which are needed for our life. Okay. So for us to do like yagya, so chanting of the holy names is yagya. This is the method for so that we can connect to God. So if one is chanting the Hare Krishna, then there will be rains. Then there will be rains. Okay. So we should not think that we are the only cause. It happened because of us. Just like Indra was thinking, oh, I am the controller of rains. Okay. It is because of me only the rains takes place. So we saw that he learned a lesson in Govardhan Leela. He understood that he is not the ultimate cause. Ultimate cause is Krishna only. So we should also not think that we are the cause of our thing. We should put our effort. We should do our prescribed duties, and then Krishna will award us all the things, all the required things which are there. Okay. So that is why we say that Krishna is the ultimate cause. He sanctions everything. Even this cycle is sanctioned by Krishna. Okay, you see this cycle. So we start from the top where it is mentioned as all embodied living beings. So this chart will be explaining the two verses that we have just studied. So all living bodies, they subsist on, they depend on food grains, right? Food grains are produced by rains. Rains are dependent on the performance of yajna, the sacrifices that we do. Okay. And the sacrifices are born of prescribed duties. So if somebody is doing prescribed duties, okay, what is prescribed duties? Yeah. We have studied previously prescription and prohibition, right? What are the do's and don'ts? Just like chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is prescribed duty. So if somebody is doing prescribed duties, so then there will be abundance of all the necessities. And these prescribed duties are prescribed in Vedas, which comes directly from Supreme Lord. Okay. So I would like everyone who has not read to read one this. Now, those who have not read, I will give chance to them. Nikita can read the purpose of human life.
Yes, Prabhuji. Purpose of human life, please the Supreme Lord.
Very nice. Rachna?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Next one.
Best process, please the Supreme Lord by unalloyed and undeviated devotional service.
Yes. So first was the purpose of human life is to please the Supreme Lord, Lord Krishna. And how to please him is by unalloyed and undeviated devotional service, by bhakti, by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay, Manoj can say the next one. Manoj. Okay, Lakshaya, if Lakshaya is listening.
Yes, sir. Best jnana for this age of Kali. Sankirtana jnana, chanting the holy names of the Lord.
Okay, very nice. Now Gagandeep can say the last one. Gagandeep can say the last one, can unmute himself.
Yes, Prabhuji. The Hare Krishna best mantra to be chanted. Hare Krishna Maha Mantra.
Okay, very nice. Okay. So best yajna for this age of Kali is Sankirtan yajna. That means chanting of the holy names of the Lord. And best mantra is Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So we all will chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra one time together. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Outside. Okay, so there is one video here. Just give me 1 second. I will do that.
This pandal was organized for Srila Prabhupada. This place was exhibition grounds in the center of the Hyderabad city. And for about 10 days, Prabhupada gave lectures morning and evening. These deities are Radha Madhava. That must be in the morning, starting by Kirtan. So there were quite a good number of devotees, maybe at least 50. It was very successful. That was the most successful program of Srila Prabhupada in Hyderabad. Every day, about not less than 5,000, sometimes 10,000 used to come, especially in the evenings. And morning, 1,000 or 2,000. It was the beginning of our mission in Hyderabad. All the most important people attended as chief guests, and there was a committee also formed of some of the most important businessmen. So they were very impressed by this program. One gentleman, Mr. G. Pullareddy, was having a sweet shop in Hyderabad. He came forward to donate a piece of land measuring about 950 square yards in the center of the city. And now our ISKCON Hyderabad is situated there. At that time in Hyderabad, there had not been any rain for at least 1 year. In the last monsoon, there was no rain. But during our program there, in the last 2-3 days, the rain started. And Prabhupada mentioned this is due to our kirtan. It also came in newspapers that the Sankirtan is bringing rain.
Yes, so this small clip is from Hyderabad ISKCON Center, which was inaugurated by Srila Prabhupada. So when Prabhupada he visited this temple around 6 to 7 times, he stayed there, and when he was there, many devotees were coming for the Hare Krishna Mahamantra Kirtan. So during that time in Hyderabad, there was no rains. It was drought-like conditions. But when all the devotees they chanted, within 1 day, the rain started for 2-3 days. So it shows that when we chant, when we do our prescribed duties, it brings rain, and that was also reported in newspaper. So that's a very practical example that we can see here. Okay, so as a student, what are our prescribed duty? Can any one of you tell what are our prescribed duties? Okay, before that, I would like to say one more thing. See, if all humans, okay, we all follow the chanting of the name, okay, and we follow a pure life, then what will happen? There will be abundance. Like this, I explained you earlier also. Just one example I wanted to give here was of Maharaj Yudhishthir. So during his time, there was everything was in abundance. The earth used to get moisture not by rains only, but by the milk of cow also. So there was so much of abundance because everyone followed their prescribed duties. They heard about Lord, they chanted his name. So if we also do that, if we also do our prescribed duties, and if everyone does that, then there will be no shortage of anything. So now we will see what are our prescribed duties. So anyone would like to share? Can raise hand, I will unmute them. Okay, Dev can say what are our prescribed
Sir,
duties.
to study nicely.
Okay, study nicely. Anything else?
Prabhu, can I say?
Yes, yes, please.
Don't be greedy.
Don't be greedy. Very nice, very nice. We should not be greedy. Okay. Anything else?
Sir, we should study properly.
Okay, very nice.
So we should chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Okay, very nice.
Sir, we should be punctual.
Anyone with the complete answer? Some is saying half that we should study. Some is saying we should only chant. What is the proper answer?
Sir, can I say?
Yes, please.
Sir, we should dedicate some time to God.
Okay, very nice.
And we should do our duty in the right way.
Yes. So we see that Arjuna, he was a good student, right? But Karan and Kaurav, they were not. So how we can be good student is by following our prescribed duty. And what are our prescribed duty? That we should very nicely study and get very good marks. At the same time, we should also chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra every day. So if we do these two things, then we will be completing our prescribed duties. Okay. So our prescribed duties is to study properly. Anyone who would like to read, who has not read, Harshini can read.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Can you unmute and read that?
As a student, our prescription duty is to do our studies properly.
Okay, very nice.
Putting our best effort. Honestly.
Okay,
Daily
next.
chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the Lord will shower His
Grace upon us.
grace upon us, guidance us to the better path.
Right.
Hare Krishna.
So, Hare Krishna. So our prescribed duty is to study properly, put our best efforts by being honest, and by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra daily. And if you do all those things, you will see you will become successful in your life. You'll be very happy. And Lord will shower all His grace on all of you. And you will lead, and He will lead you to the better path. Do you want a better path or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we should follow these prescribed duties. Huh? Very, very honestly, we should do that. Okay. So now we will send the link to you. So it's already sent. You can give that quiz. Okay. So Hare Krishna to all of you. Thank you so much for joining.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, sir.
Hare Krishna, sir.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, sir.
Hare Krishna. Okay.
Hare
Now you
Krishna,
can all
sir.
get the quiz.
Hare Krishna, sir.
Hare Krishna.